Trey,
What's up, man?
how are you?
Living the dream.
It's been a few minutes since your fight, man. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
How's the body?
Good. No one can hurt me. I'm on 10 toes, baby. Let's go.
Awesome, man. It's been a little bit. How do you feel about your performance?
I feel pretty good. I got to watch it back, but it seemed like everything in the fight was going my way. So
What was the game plan going into the fight?
I was going to take him down in the first minute and submit him under 3. Right?
Yeah.
But I realized pretty quick that I could strike with him. So I just said to myself, I'm going to strike till he gives me a reason not to. And he didn't.
I mean, that was the narrative coming into this fight, was that Daniel Zellhuber was the more superior striker, and it was just going to be kind of you panic wrestling. But you stood in there for 15 minutes and struggled with him. Just how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm pretty good at this stuff. So I've been training a very, very long time. That was my 21st pro fight. So I'm not that surprised that I could strike with him, but I'm a little surprised that I didn't take him down because I generally do that.
How does it feel to take someone's O?
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
And then I guess just how does it feel to have your first UFC win?
It's pretty special, man. It's been a long journey. I'm almost 33 years old. I've been fighting for like 12 years. I went through the ringer of the regional scene, It took me forever just to get an opportunity on looking for a fight, and nothing's ever been given to me in this game. I've taken everything I have, and so I'm going to really savor this one, It's going to be a very special moment for me.
Being a hot prospect like that must make it a little bit more special, right?
Yeah, just anyone at this level, anyone at this level. But to take out an undefeated kid that I think I was the biggest underdog on the card, but maybe I'll finally get some respect.
Absolutely. And then finally for me, when would you like to get back in there?
Yeah, so I've been asked that. Normally I kind of have an idea, but this was a long 4-month fight camp. My wife is due with our first baby in December, the first week of December. So I didn't think past this fight. The next thing for me is to go home, check into that situation with my wife, and have our baby.
Well, congratulations on the win, and congratulations on being a dad.
Thank you.
Hi, Trey.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Living the dream.
I just want to know, you mentioned being the biggest underdog on the card. Do you ever bet on yourself?
I don't bet on anything. But metaphorically, I always bet on myself, but I don't gamble.
How about your friends? Are you telling them, hey, put some money on me, or do you not condone betting at all?
Oh, I have nothing. I don't see any problem with betting. I just don't do it. A lot of my friends bet. I personally don't bet on fights because I know the fight game and anything can happen in a fight. But I would never tell anyone to bet on me or not bet on me or whatever.
Have you had people on Twitter tell you they bet on you and then lost?
Yeah, for the Levitt fight, that's my problem. I got bigger problems than you gambling on me and losing. But yeah, I had one guy reach out to me on Instagram, and he said, hey, if you promise me, and I don't know this person, if you promise me you're gonna wrestle the whole time, I'll bet $100,000 on you. I didn't even respond. I'm like, well, come on, man.
Oh,
of course I'm gonna try to win,
You should have made him bet on you and then did everything but wrestle.
Right.
And last question, are you interested in getting that fight with Jordan Levitt back? Or is that something you just move on from?
I wasn't interested in fighting that kid the first time. He will never get in a cage with me. I'm for sure of that again. I left the arena on 10 toes. He was still in the fetal position throwing up. I wasn't interested in the fight. He's a boring fight to me. I'm not interested.
And I know you said that you were going to go home and have a baby and everything, but do you have an opponent that you kind of have an eye on for your coming back?
Well, it might sound cheesy to call him out, so I'm not really calling him out, but Patty had my name all up in his mouth during his last fight week, saying something about how his dead man could finish Trey Ogden, and my name is not free, so when I see him, I'll see him.
Thank you.
All right, Trey, real over here for me.
Yes, sir.
I know that you said that you were going to be a father soon and you haven't looked past this fight, but after getting this win, how do you feel like the momentum is going for your career?
I mean, this will certainly help, right? Yeah. My life in general is going great. I co-own a affiliate gym with James Krause. It's going great. I have my own fight team. They're doing excellent. My wife is pregnant with our first. I just won my first fight in the UFC. I mean, my whole trajectory of my whole life is on the up and up.
So If there was no baby, would you want to be getting in as soon as possible after a win like this?
Yeah, if my wife wasn't doing December, I'd probably want to sneak another one in this year. But I got so much notice for this fight, and I trained very hard for this fight for the last 4 months that I feel like I haven't tuned in to her enough, my wife enough, and she's obviously extremely important to me, and our baby's extremely important to me. So I need to go home and do that right now. But we'll see what the beginning of next year looks like for me.
And last one for me, I know that you mentioned that you had, what was it, a 4-month fight camp for this fight? How much do you think that all that preparation helped to get the wins here today?
Well, anytime you have a full fight camp, it helps a lot, especially getting in the shape. I'm glad I got in the shape I got in because this was a pretty tough fight that went all 3 rounds. But I've been training. I've basically done continuous fight camps for a decade, so they've all helped,
That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Trey, congrats on the win.
Appreciate you.
I know you mentioned living the dream, but you were this man's nightmare. What did you guys see in tape that you were able to just stay in your range? He was always just so close, but as you were able to connect with those counters and look great, my man.
Thank you. Well, the one thing I saw in tape in the striking department that I thought I had an advantage in was speed. I thought that I would be faster than him, and it turned out that I was. I think that's why I was able to stand so close to him and counter him. He has like the longest reach at lightweight. I think it's like 80 inches or something crazy. So, but the way you counter a long reach is with good feet, and I have some of the best feet in this game. So I cover distance very fast, and I have good eyes, so I was able to see everything he had.
Excellent. And lastly for me, you have somebody like James Krause who was able to take a champ already who's nice like Moreno to another level. How awesome is that? How important is that centerpiece to your team and to be able to progress and evolve?
Well, James Krause has taught me almost everything I know about MMA and fighting. I'm a homegrown glory soldier. I'm one of the guys that's lived there my whole life. This was our 21st consecutive fight together with me and Krause. No, sorry, our 22nd consecutive fight together with me and Krause. So obviously, he's heavily influenced my style. And when you have 22 fights in a row with somebody, you build a rapport and a relationship with each other. We've been to battle a lot together, so it's awesome.
And on that report, you guys, there was great communication. It was almost like you guys were the only ones in that arena. Daniel's corner was just like dead quiet. So even that,
They didn't know what to say. They seen a ghost, samurai ghost. Let's go.
Congrats, my man. Good luck with everything, and congrats on the baby.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.